Greetings, good people, and welcome to the channel. Apart from the really collectible stuff, there are a lot of unloved pocket watches out there that are just sitting around in drawers gathering dust, and the only time they will ever be shown any love is probably on those special occasions, such as a wedding, usually attached to a chain and tucked away in someone's waistcoat pocket. So today I thought I'd show you guys how to convert these unloved pocket watches into something you can use and enjoy on a regular basis. Here is a Panerai PAM 351 in a titanium case. It has this beautiful uncluttered sandwich dial known as the tobacco dial due to its colour. It has an in-house Panerai P9000 movement with a double mainspring providing a 3-day power reserve. The pre-owned prices of these are around $5,000 plus. So let's see if we can build something similar at a fraction of the price. This is a titanium case and that's obviously steel. It's got the exhibition back. Now this case has a sort of slightly domed crystal mineral, but you can see the bottom is quite flat. So it doesn't always look great, to be honest, when the bottom is flat. So instead, if you don't want to use this, I've ordered myself a sapphire. This is mineral, so I've ordered myself a nice piece of sapphire, and you can see that is domed at the top and it's also domed at the bottom. So it's a double domed one. So this is a genuine Unitas S6497. Now the point of this exercise is to try and use old existing pocket watches and convert them into wristwatches. But if you can't find this particular movement and you still want to try and build one of these watches, then you can buy a Chinese clone of this movement from a company called Seagull. They cost around £40. The movement at the moment is performing a bit erratically. It's best to give it a service, but if you were to buy yourself a Seagull, then you can probably just slot it right in and do without the servicing process. So after a little bit of investigation, I can see that the hairspring is kinked inwards and twisted upwards. There are 2 screws here holding the movement into the case, which we should be able to use later on our new case. And then it should just come out from the top. The original dial is about 39mm. However, this case is designed to accept a 34.5mm dial, so bear this in mind when ordering the dial. When you order the case, it should tell you the size of the dial it takes. Hey, what are you doing, mate? You gonna help me with the gardening? In a bit. In a bit. You can put all this stuff away somewhere safe, just in case you want to use it in the future. There's a couple of screws here and there, and that's 2. I think that's it. Sometimes these pocket watches have 3 dial feet, so we put that away somewhere safe with the hands for a future project. Put it in here. I want to try and sort out that hairspring before I do anything else. Remove the balance. I've mentioned this a few times for any young budding watchmakers out there, or anyone who wants to get started on this. A big manual wind pocket watch movement is a very good place to start, and even better than that is a Unitas movement like this. It's a very simple movement. Parts are big so that you won't lose things. Just move that around. There's the hairspring. The reason why all the timograph was all over the place was you can see the small kink here. The kink is on the horizontal plane, the vertical plane as well. which is causing this part of the hairspring to knock into this one. So we'll try and straighten that out. So you can see there's a mark here which lines up with the collet here. So I've got my little termite hole. You need a microscope for this. So you guys can see just there. Because he was one of those zigzag kinks, I've had to go in first and take it as far in as possible, and now I can bring it back out. That's what we've got so far. You can still see it's a little bit out here, so I'll try and push that little bit in again to bring this section out. Let's see if we can get you a better shot. It's sitting just off center of the jewel, so we need to try to manipulate it a bit more so that it sits dead center. We want it about there. So we're going to try and line it up with that mark. So the mark just there. Come on, camera. So much reflection now. Let's try a different angle. Okay, so a lot better, and we'll see what it does after a service, see whether the amplitude goes up slightly. So this is a Unitas 6497 which started life in the 1950s, and Panerai have used this exact movement in a few of their models, such as the PAM 1 and PAM 111. So we let the power down with this click spring here. Remember, this is a reverse threaded screw. In a way, Panerai's use of this movement is probably what made the 6497 famous. Unitas was bought out and is now part of ETA and the Swatch Group, and I think the movement is still in production by ETA. Can't find my tweezers or my screwdrivers or anything. Where is everything? I think the borrowers have been here again. I should let you service this one. You? Everybody wants to see you do a restoration. So when are you gonna do a restoration for everyone? You're big. So since Panerai used this movement, I thought it would be fitting to try and use this movement to try and build a Panerai-esque watch with a similar case design using similar hands, dial and strap. However, you can use other pocket watch movements in different case designs as long as you have the compatible dimensions. To buy a modern off-the-shelf ETA version of the 6497, it will cost you about $400. But sometimes people sell old pocket watches with Unitas movements for less than $100, and there are various grades of clones at different price points ranging from $40 up to $100 for the skeletonized versions. And whatever your views are on Seagull movements, they produce 25% of all mechanical movements globally. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So the largest mainspring winder I have is a size 10, which is way too small for this, but it should be okay. So let's have a go. So let me just show you guys the hole for the hook. You can see the hook just there. So you can figure out your orientation using that. So that has to hook in. And then we just want the spring to go into that slot. And then we can just wind it in. Now that should also go inside there, but because our barrel is so big compared to the winder, we should be able to get away with not even tucking that in. So let me just get my plunger. So you stick it in the plunger, and then what I'll do is angle that hook, and there we go. Like so. There are fancy tools for this, but I'm a bit of a road man, I guess. Third wheel. When are you gonna show all my subscribers one of your restorations?
That's what I'm doing right now. Just trying to get ready.
Trying to get ready, huh?
Yeah, but I need to open these screws.
You can't even open the screws.
And to see what battery it is.
Okay, give me 1 second. And I shall come and help you. D5 on the post for the yoke. Looks like Italy. The big foot of Italy kicked little Sicily into the Mediterranean Sea. That's a nursery rhyme I learned when I was a kid. We put some grease on Italy's heel. When that Sicily gives it a kick, it won't be as painful. A little bit of grease here, just a little bit there. Goes here. Setting wheel and intermediate setting wheel, they're identical. So I just completed the whole movement and then realized I didn't record anything. What a doofus. So these are the perils of being a YouTube person. You do a whole sequence and then you realize you haven't recorded. And on top of that, Mr. Troublemaker asking me a million questions. Are you doing your restoration?
Yeah, put on a video.
Good. Because what do you need to do first?
Practice.
Practice. Mara, mate.
Can't find this screw.
Okay. So the master watchmaker YouTuber needs some help, huh?
Because the screwdriver is so small and my hands are big.
Your hands are big. So if you can't dance, then you blame the dance floor, yeah? Trouble's lost a spring somewhere on his restoration that he's doing. And he's so loud. Mr. Troublemaker. A few wines.
I found it. My restorations is finished. Right here.
Oh, show us the light then. D5, 90, 10. Okay. Those hands look a bit dirty. Supposed to be gold, but it doesn't look very gold. So to get the crown in and out, we'll have to remove this crown guard. Look at that as well. Dearie me, what do you expect, you cheapskate? Only paid £20 for it. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Wish me luck. Point of no return. Yeah, that'll do. Those movement retaining screws weren't doing anything, to be honest. You can see such a big gap there between the dial and the case. I tried using one of these clips here, try and tuck it underneath here and then put the screw in, but you can see there isn't any room here at all for any sort of clip. Instead, we'll have to go into our recycled plastic bin. You can see the gap a lot better all the way around. Cool. So there you have it, folks. I hope you found this one useful. I want to hear all your interesting conversion stories in the comments and any helpful tips and experiences that you can share which may help other viewers with their conversions. Thank you all for the amazing comments on the Oris video. I love reading your comments. This channel can be just about watch repair, but with your help and interactions, it's becoming much more. So get saving those unloved pocket watches and happy tinkering along the way. Look after yourselves, folks, and look after one another. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. And if the Almighty wills, I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra a bit.